Hey guys, what's going on? It has been so long. I have I've missed you guys. I have been so overwhelmed. You can see this is a new house. I basically acoustically proofed my bedroom for music. If you haven't checked out my covers, they are awesome. You're going to enjoy them. I've been gathering a bunch of material such as this new camera here to record in clearer quality. I actually have a setup with my Shure SM7B. I spent 120 on a cloud lifter, but my life has been so hectic. I mean, I moved here, and for the last 3 months, it has been nonstop. I move in, and then 3 weeks later, I total my car after hitting a deer because I would have thought that they'd be on Wurtzville Road. I mean, it's not like I've ever seen them before in my life, and by the way, I haven't. And then all of a sudden, I'm driving on the highway, the actual highway, doing 65 miles an hour, and there's a deer just chilling in the middle of a three-way lane. Just chilling there, chilling in the middle of the road. And of course, my headlights, since it's an older car, I bought it for $800. I'm like, yeah, what a steal! I put $1,000 in, fixed it up, and the headlights, even with high beams on, aren't really that strong because it's a '94. And the deer flies 12 feet off the side of the road and straight onto the curb. Well, the side of the road. My car was totaled. Got a salvage title, finally fixed that up in I've been out of work for 2.5 months. I've been working about finances. I've been trying to be productive with my time, do something, and it has been an absolute struggle to sort through my emotions. I've not been making any INFJ videos because how am I supposed to do that whenever I'm flooded with stressors and emotions? So, for the sake of my voice, and so I can keep making music today, let me go get a cough drop. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, I think. What the? Control, resume. Is it resuming? Okay, apparently my system just bugged out for a moment. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Hey, before I continue, I want to say something. I am thinking of writing a book about INFJs and just compiling everything that I've made and additional content. And I was thinking of writing an ebook. It might only be some 65 pages, maybe 100. But I was going to write a whole bunch of scenarios and everything from whenever you're a childhood, this is what you can expect to go through. By the time you're 7 years old, this is likely how a child will react to parents. If you have an INFJ child, it's very important to pay attention to these signs because it's too early to determine if he's a T or going to be an A, and just compiling a list of how-tos. Now, this is not parenting advice. I'm not giving you professional advice, and I'm putting that out there now, and I'll put it out in the book. I'm not a doctor. I'm not licensed. I cannot legally give you that type of advice. However, what I can do is I can write you a book. Um, Having said that, I was really thinking of just putting it out there and saying, okay, well, obviously, if somebody observes it and it's true and it's effective method, so forth and so on. So, really thinking of writing a book. Let me know your thoughts below. Someone recommended it to me in the comments, and I thought to myself, well, no one's going to buy it. I mean, I don't have any financial support on this channel. I have asked many times. I have no other type of income coming in. And for once, I'm actually making money off of music. So why in the world would I invest my time writing a book that no one's going to buy? I thought about it many times. I'm thinking, yeah, I can have it done in 3 months. But when you get right down to it, I don't see a reason to write that book. I don't think that there's going to be a lot of support for it. But I was thinking of doing it anyway because somebody recommended it in the comments. Let me know your thoughts below, okay? So, without further ado, I want to dive back into this. I looked through, again, I've been so busy, I haven't had time. I went back and looked through all of my comments, and I saw that there were a lot that I didn't respond to that were actually fairly frequent. They were posted anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks ago. They're pretty relative, and they were mostly about how INFJs get bored and the red flags and not trusting people. So I thought about that, and I said, okay, hold on. excuse me, there's something I never really talked about. When INFJs, and I'm just going to summarize this. I can expound upon it later, but I'd like to just get the idea out there. When INFJs reach about 21, 22, they're going to get bored. Someone made that point in the comments, and I said, actually, yeah, you're right. Like, I generalize, but let me be a bit more specific. When an INFJ, male or female, T-type or A-type, my wife is a T, I'm an A, we're both INFJs, and it has been amazing for me to be able to help her and give her all of this knowledge. It has changed her life for the better. When they reach 21, 22, and she turned 22, they start getting bored. She didn't have that problem very much. I mean, she kind of did, but it got worse over the course of time. Here's the thing. Yes, you need to stimulate your brain. Yes, you need to be going that extra mile to make sure that you have puzzles to solve, and you're constantly developing your TI, because now it's like a hunger, it's a drive, it's a craving that you need to satisfy. But you can't. Let me explain. Okay? There is a wealth of knowledge in your TI. But as you get older, your tertiary function starts to develop. Here's the complication. Your tertiary function for an INFJ directly conflicts with your secondary function. Your subsidiary function of extroverted feeling. It supplements your TI. TI does not. As a matter of fact, it kind of takes your FE and sits it out of the equation unless you are a female INFJ. Get that very carefully. Men, you will not have this problem. Female INFJs, this video is primarily to help you and to bring some enlightenment to you. If you are a female INFJ, when you were born, or rather being formed in your mother's womb, a part of your brain developed that a man's brain did not develop at all. It's just not fully developed for us. That is the part of emotional communication. That is part of the reason why you struggle to hit the off switch on your emotions, if you can ever get to that point. You're always feeling something. Your emotions are always on heightened awareness. You're always trying to communicate them. Your FE is, for whatever reason, just kind of haywire sometimes, and it's not your fault whether you're a T or an A. Your emotions are just going to fluctuate. It's not all hormonal. I'm going to say that again. It's not all hormonal. But your TI is conflicting with this, okay? Because you're always thinking with you. See where I'm going with this. Your emotions are very difficult to set off. They're difficult to set aside because it's natural for you to communicate with emotions. It is natural for a man not to talk emotions or feelings. That is why we don't talk about them, okay? And if you try to talk to a man, especially an INFJ man, about feelings, you're going to lose him, because his FE is going to kick in and he's going to struggle to use his TI, and we don't talk of feelings. So what do you think that's going to do? Going to give you a lot of mixed signals. Men, if someone talks feelings to you, that's part of the reason you give mixed signals. It's not your fault. It's their fault. They shouldn't be talking feelings to you. All right, it needs to be done in a very calm, collected, and calculated manner. And oftentimes that's just not reality. So if you, say, have a spouse that's an INFJ, I think someone in this channel does, they mentioned it, please understand this. If you're going to talk feelings to him, he needs to, 1, be aware that you're talking feelings, 2, not have his own feelings mixed up with his TI in the process. He needs to sort his own stuff out, like me as of recent. Or he needs to get rid of the stressors. And C, you need to make sure that he is ready to talk about them. If you drop the bombshell, he's going to care too much. His TI is not going to be involved. You're going to get mixed signals. Then you're going to get upset at him because he didn't listen, right? because he didn't listen to how you were feeling. He's the bad guy now because he's on a completely different page, and now he's trying to fix it, and he's trying to say, I'm sorry, and he's going to take action because men don't speak emotions, and all of a sudden you have a huge bombshell, and his heart is broken, and now there's an emotional gap, and you're frustrated because you don't know what's going on. Well, that's what's going on, okay? Men don't talk emotions, and for an INFJ male, it is incredibly frustrating when you try to. For a female, it is incredibly normal. That is why female INFJs click. That is why intuitive female individuals click. It's because you're talking emotions, and you get that, and we don't. And even if we can understand it and analytically define it, it does not make sense to us in terms of communication. We don't talk feelings. We talk facts. Feelings are facts to us. They have a reason, and they don't make sense, and they're illogical because our brain is not wired to think that way. Getting back on track, that was a lot of information. Let me tie it together for you, okay? You female INFJs, yes, you need to stimulate your brain, but here's the problem. You need to engage your TI. Here's the issue. Your FE struggles to be disconnected from your, at all times. Because it's so natural for you to talk emotions, you're constantly re-engaging your FE over and over. And as soon as you start to think a problem through, yeah, but I don't want to, and now your emotions are, and now your FE is engaged, and your TI is struggling to sort through all of that, because now you're supplementing, you're going right back to your intuition, and you're thinking, well, if I did that, they'd probably feel this way, and now you're not even rationalizing anymore. Now you're just emotionally compressing all of those thoughts into a jumbled ball and saying, I'm still not quite sure what to do. Like, I think this is the best option, but I don't want to upset him. I'm so unsure of what is the best option. Like, I care about him, and I want him to know that I care about him. I'd like him to be able to understand how I'm feeling, but it just feels like no matter what I say, I'm not going to get through to him. And you're talking feelings, not facts. TI is much easier for a male INFJ, to sort through. The important thing is understanding this, recognizing this, and accepting this about yourself, women. The sooner you accept this about yourself, the sooner you accept you speak feelings more than you speak facts, the sooner you will be able to rationalize and compartmentalize your feelings into facts and speak your feelings in a way a man will be able to process. Maybe not understand, but process. And he can learn to put the pieces together, but you have to stay consistent. You can't be jumping from FE to TI, and trying to talk to somebody. You have to stop, say, okay, this is what I'm feeling. This is why I'm feeling it. This is what I want to see happen. And this is how I am going to tell that person exactly that. I'm frustrated. I don't want to see him get hurt. I want him to know that I care about him. And I just don't know what to do. I think that if I told him that I was sorry for the way I yelled at him yesterday, he might understand what I'm trying to say. But ultimately, I would like him to know that I was feeling disrespected. You have to talk feelings in facts. For a man, typically the conversation will go something like this. I don't know, she didn't want to listen. I tried helping her, and she was just ungrateful. Very straightforward, and you can see it's the exact opposite. It's the opposite of how a woman will speak. Men speak upside down from a woman, and it creates a circle, a cycle. But you have to know how to communicate through that cycle. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Men will speak facts and feelings. You have to speak feelings and facts, okay? When a man is talking about something he tried to do, what he's really trying to say is his feelings beneath the facts. And when a woman is speaking feelings, what she's really trying to say is the facts beneath the feelings. I understand this, and it makes communicating with my wife very easy. We hardly ever fight because I know that we don't argue like a normal married couple. What we argue about is our feelings, because they're so conflicting sometimes for both of us. So where we get into our fights is not communication, primarily. We get into our fights over the constant, overwhelming surge of emotions that INFJs go through. The intense grounding of wanting to be in perfect peace with the person you're with, and yet knowing you can't. Because if you let your own emotions go unchecked, and if you don't put your feelings out there and ask the other person to meet your feelings, you're throwing everything away, right? You're just giving everything you have to that person, which is what a lot of INFJs do in relationships, by the way. There's a red flag for you. Stop that. You're hurting yourself and you're destroying your relationship. But it goes a little bit deeper in that we both are so overwhelmed in specific moments that even if we wanted to talk our feelings out, the only way we can is by not bottling them up. And that means that we both have to vent, and we both have to tell each other, hey, please watch the volume. Hey, can you please watch the emotions? And we over the course of time, Angel and I both said, okay, you know what? We're just going to be straightforward. We're not going to beat around the bush. We're not going to try to be polite. It's not working. We are too emotionally involved. It is not working. Straightforward. We're just going to tell each other one sentence liners. Eric, please calm down. She'll say to me, Eric, lower your voice, please. Eric, stop yelling, please. Eric, you need to stop talking. That's it, because I'll talk and I'll talk. You've listened to my channel. You can see just through this very video. My thoughts cycle so fast, I'm constantly just spitting out my thoughts. And to me, they're all factually oriented. But a woman doesn't speak like a man. I have to learn to shut up. And she'll tell me, Eric, please stop talking. And I say, okay, I get it. I can rationalize that. I can hear, oh, she wants me to do this. I want to serve her. I want to love her. I have to do what she says, or my emotions are going to create a hailstorm right now, and it's going to fall on both of us, and I don't want that. So I just shut up, and I'll stop what I'm doing. She was a TI, very sensitive. She's a woman. When I spoke facts, she said he doesn't care. He's being insensitive. He doesn't listen to my feelings. And eventually I said, no, Angel, listen to me. I care. You don't know how a man speaks, at least not me, because I am a very articulate man. Most men don't talk about their feelings because they don't know how I do. That's the problem. You're not used to this. It's new to you. Fine, I get it, but please listen to me. I care, contrary to how you're feeling. Let me explain and listen to my side. It took both of us. Now, it was not, I don't think it seemed fair to her because I have so much wealth of knowledge and wisdom and insight. I already understood what she was trying to say most of the time. And I made the mistake of thinking I knew all of the time, and I apologized. And ever since, I've been a lot more prone to listening. That's why when I saw those comments, I immediately said, okay, what am I not seeing? Give them a chance to explain themselves. So I did. I responded, and I made this video, okay? But Angel came into this relationship with a lot of feelings, a lot of desires in the past, and I had to learn to be accepting of that, but not accepting in the sense you might think, accepting that it's influencing her thinking. I didn't just accept it, and she's thankful because I helped her through a lot of it, and I gave her some therapy, and I gave her some tips, and we went through it together, and we sat down, and we talked, and we prayed, and I helped her to learn to trust in God and just breathe, and I gave her some sound advice, and she's healed. She's doing so much better. Praise God. And I just give Jesus the credit for healing her heart. But it is awesome to see her now bilingual with me. That's the point I'm trying to make. When I met her, it was very difficult for her to communicate. And this isn't a story about her past, but I'm summarizing in this. Women have a difficult time, especially when it comes to sorting out their TI. Yes, they need to engage it. Yes, they need to solve puzzles. Yes, they need to stimulate that part of their brain. But they can't. Men can't either whenever they're emotionally conflicted because they struggle to talk about their feelings. Where a woman struggles to think through her feelings. And it creates a cycle for both people. So you might say, okay, Eric, well, what's the solution? TI. TI. That's the solution. TI lets you analyze your feelings, analyze your TI, and come to the conclusion as to why it's happening, and then talk it out and put it into words. Yep. That's why INFJs, they seem autistic growing up. They can't communicate. They're socially awkward. Yeah. That's why. They're just gathering information. They're just living life. They're just happy. They're just feelers. They're very intense, loving people. They're kind, they're gentle, they're open-hearted. What you see is what you get. Then as they get older, these feelings really develop, especially from the age of about 9, 10 on through young adolescence. TI really starts to grow at that point. NI starts to grow at that point, and then TI kicks in around the 20s, and all of a sudden, your past is starting to make sense to you. All of a sudden, you're starting to understand all the things you never understood. All of a sudden, it's starting to make sense to you. Communicating is becoming easier. Calming yourself down and figuring out the reason why is becoming easier. Your life is just easier. The stress levels drop. Communicating becomes easier. You're ready to go out and start making friends, and then you look around and realize, oh, that's right, you're on the job and people are coworkers, not like friends. And it becomes difficult. And then the INFJ gets lonely, and that's a topic for another video, and I need to stop here because I'm talking too much, okay? Again, I'm thinking of writing a book. Let me know your thoughts below. If you'd like to support me, I do have a website where I'll be posting Broken, the song I just made on there. You are welcome to buy it. I'm going to list it there for roughly 50 cents because it's a digital download. There is an option to tip as much as you want. All of this goes straight through PayPal since I bought my website. I paid someone. I spent like $400 on all of this stuff just to have it up for 3 years and renewing and stuff. Actually, it was close to $300 the first time. So you're not paying for hidden fees. There are no hidden fees. You're paying straight through PayPal. It goes to my PayPal account that's linked to my site. I have everything set up. If you'd like to support me there, you are welcome to. Unlike Patreon, Patreon takes like 20% on average of what you make, and that won't happen through my website. If you choose to tip, after you have to make the purchase, but if you choose to tip, you can tip 1 penny, you can tip $100. It doesn't matter. Unlike Patreon, I will receive 100% of those funds. So, if you would like to support me, okay. If you would like to support me, that is the best way of doing so. I will be releasing my own songs eventually and putting them on there perpetually, which just means endlessly, indefinitely. And yeah, if you want to support me, that is the best way. If you'd like me to write a book, buying the book would be a great way to support me. I would be happy to write it. I can make you guys an ebook if you'd like. It might not be the most professional in the world in the terms of layout, but it will be packed full of information that will probably prove helpful to you. And having said that, I know this video has been helpful, but I hope it has been helpful to you nonetheless. And I hope that I'll be able to see more of you guys soon. These videos take quite a bit of energy from me. It takes a lot of thinking and a lot of communicating. And as I said in this video, that's very difficult for a man. So it's difficult for me to make these videos for you guys. However, I think that they are very helpful. It is a very productive way to spend my time. And I would love to continue to do these videos. Please let me know your thoughts, but please, 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 I am begging you, because I don't get enough comments from INFJs and people who I'll get 100 million views. Obviously, that's an exaggeration. And then all of a sudden, I'll get 3 comments. Like, please, please. I don't care if you're an INFJ. I don't care if you're IMTP, ISFP. It does not matter to me. Please. Let me know your thoughts below. If you want me to write a book about INTJs, if you want me to write a book about all 16 personality types, just let me know your thoughts below, please. Because I'm not going to do this if you do not comment. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. If you don't comment below, if I cannot clearly see there is support for this, I am not doing it. You do not comment, you do not get the book. If this is something you want, you have to let me know. If I do not see a at least, it has to be worth my time. I could be making music right now, but instead I'm making this video because I care about you guys. I could be getting exposure right now and making money off of Spotify and streams, but instead, I mean, look at my videos. They have over 200 views. My music videos. Okay, I could easily be doing something else with my time. But you guys helped start this channel, and more than that, I care about the human race, and I care about you INFJs. So I'm making this video for you. If I do not see that there is support for this, I'm talking there has to be worth my time. So if I get 1,000 views and there's 8 comments, that's not worth my time. If there's 1,000 views and 10 comments, that's 1% of people. Maybe that's worth my time in the long run, but I'd like to see more than that. I know that there's more than 10 people subscribed to my channel that are INFJs. And more than that, I know that there's a lot of people that want these videos to come out. They want the wealth of information. I would love to give it to you, but it has to be worth my time. And that's ultimately what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to charge you guys an arm and a leg for it. But again, if I'm going to spend 3 months writing a book, I need to know that it's going somewhere. And someone's not going to try to just pirate it off of me. I'm just, oh, well, I'll just let other people speak up. And then whenever he finally releases it, I'll just like download it online or something. No. Number one, that's wrong. And I have helped you with your life, and I think that I deserve a little bit more encouragement and support. But irregardless of that, I just want to strongly, that's why I keep saying this over and over. I'm not trying to repeat myself, but I'm strongly reiterating. I need to see avid, continual support and desire or suggestions for things you want covered. If you don't at least tell me what you want in the book, I'm not writing it. I am not writing it. You are going to tell me what you want, you're going to tell me some of the answers, or you're going to expressly say, hey, yeah, I'm supportive of this. I would like to buy it. Then I'll make a book, okay? You let me know. You let me know what topics you would like covered if you want to do that at all, and I will cover them in the book. And then when I release the book, I'll go over a list of everything that's covered on my YouTube channel so you can all see. I'll read you some text, and you can decide for yourself if you're going to purchase it then. Whether or not you purchase it when it comes out is up to you. But I want to know that there is potential for it, and at least somebody wants to. At least there's support for it, much like a Kickstarter. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope this video has been a help and a blessing to you, and I will see you guys again. Please continue to make video suggestions. I've been out of the loop for months, and I forget some of the videos I was going to make because the comments have just been lost. They've just been lost. So again, make video requests. I'm back. I'm here. I'm ready to start making videos again. Comment your video requests below. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.